Ladies and gentlemen, special surprise on a Friday night. Look who done came through. One of the hardest working brothers on YouTube. It's the big homie B. Avery. Hopefully, we'll be seeing Larry in a few minutes. He's scheduled to come a little later on. But B. Avery, how you doing, my hard working brother?
I am doing pretty good, sir. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Man, it's been a great week, man. The stock market, some of the stuff I was invested in. I'm up 17 grand since Monday in the market.
Ooh, okay. So it's a very good week for you.
It's been, and
Yeah.
my daughter has been acting like the moon is not a full moon. So, bruh, it's been a great week. It's been a
Okay.
great week.
I'm happy to
And
hear it.
and for those that like to follow, I do have some Life Game Financial videos coming out this weekend. And B. Avery, I don't know if you've seen it, but if you didn't, you're gonna see it tonight. Power Book 2 has dropped their season 2 trailer. Did you get a chance to see it?
Oh yes, sir. I did. I did. I was gonna wait until we went live, but I was like, man, I just can't. I'm itching right now, and I checked it out. Oh yeah, we got to.
Well,
Excuse me. We got to talk about that.
let's take a look at it one more time, and then we're gonna go through it. Let the brothers break it down. Here we go. Mm, 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 mm. B. Avery,
Yeah.
Tariq on his old dirty penis game. He go from smashing Lauren to smashing Diana in like the same clip in the same
Man,
house,
man,
bruh.
man.
Hold on, before we let you break that down, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, someone who reviews tech, who knows tech, who has been out to the expo in Las Vegas. It's the big homie Larry, the living legend. He's in the building. Big Larry, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. I am sorry I'm a little late. I had some technical issues. As you can see, I'm not in my normal space, so I'm out of town, but I figured I would I want to get hooked up and look as nice as possible. So
So man,
Your temporary space look better than some people permanent space. I don't know what you're
for
talking
real.
about. That joint straight up there, Big Larry. So you good tonight, bro?
yeah, I'm good, man. I'm hanging out. I'm visiting family out in Colorado. So my in-laws have this huge ranch out here. So I've been out walking around, looking at the cows and
Oh,
and trucking, just tramping through the through all the bush and the checking out the prairie dogs that need to be killed. And yeah.
man, you should have took the night off, bro. If you out of town, you should have took tonight off. That's what you should have done. But you're here now, so you're stuck. So B. Avery, go ahead and give us what you think is going to happen this season on Power Book 2 from that trailer based on what you've seen. Larry, have you seen that trailer?
I haven't yet. Have you played it?
I can play it again real quick. B. Avery, you got enough time for one more
Go
play?
ahead. Of course. Of
Go
course. Go
again.
ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all want to see it again any damn way because y'all love some power. Here we go. One more time, the power trailer. B. Avery, take the floor, man. What is your reactions? And I just want to let everybody know, I have unlocked my lock. Y'all ain't got to throw it. No more lock and keys. I am completely separated from Professor Megram. I'm done with her, man. I'm done. So no more lock and keys. But go ahead, B. Avery. I'm done.
To be honest with you, I planned on like covering the show this season 2, like all of us, and I was looking forward to it, but I really just wasn't like that excited. I'm like, okay, it's coming. But after seeing this trailer, I'm actually excited and looking forward to it. I'm really interested in seeing who this new copy is going to be. What he's all about, this detective that's doing this investigation. Talking about I need all of Jabari's, attendees and classmates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you kind of mentioned earlier, I saw about a good 3 or 4 smash sessions in there. So
God,
I'm
right?
really interested in seeing what that's about. Tariq in there, probably not Jabari, but
Zeke,
Zeke is probably smashing a
lock and
Milgram
key.
again, a lock and key. And so
Yeah.
I think there was a white woman in there as well. I'm also really interested
Right
in seeing.
here. I got
Okay,
you.
okay. I'm also interested in seeing what I forgot his name, but Lorenz Tate's role is going to be doing in this. Seems like I know it's just a trailer, but seems like his role is going to pick up a lot in this, and I don't even know if he can be somebody to be trusted, but because it seemed like he was doing some shady stuff when the season ended last time. So I'm man, I'm like actually kind of salivating now, waiting for it to start back. And it wasn't like that until I saw the trailer. So
Yeah, I did a couple of reviews on a breakdown of what I think each person's role is going to be. You know, I got an inside track. We're going to see a lot from Tate, pretty much in the same vein that we saw his relationship with him and Ghost. But having said that, Larry, you fresh now, like you just seen the trailer. What are your fresh thoughts, my brother, all the way from Colorado where weed is legal?
I had mixed feelings watching it because this, out of all of the Power shows so far, this one's probably my favorite show, even though I was not expecting it to. Wasn't expecting to like it at all. It turned out to be my favorite show. But my concern about it moving forward is that they started off with this very sort of collegiate sort of environment. Mm-hmm. And from the trailer, it looks like it's going to be just much more of a traditional cops and robbers shoot up thing with gangsters and thugs. And I'm just sort of like, I was really looking forward to it staying in that same vein. And instead, what I saw from this trailer is a lot of shooting, a lot of fighting. And I liked the fact before that it was all about them trying to set this app up. It was all about outthinking people. Like the whole season, it was sort of a spinoff of it was sort of like that thing they were showing with Tariq playing chess, and they had the chessboard always set up, and it was always him moving pieces on the board in his dorm room, also moving pieces outside in the real world. And I was hoping that, and maybe they will. I was really hoping they would stay in that same vein where it was much more of a strategic, sort of show instead of just a bunch of people fighting and shooting, because we have that already. We're going to get a lot of that when Tommy's show comes up. We already have that with BMF. We just got finished with that with Raising Kanan. I want them to keep it a little bit different, just like I'm looking forward to the show with Congressman Tate, because I want that to be something that's still about power. It's still about sort of that seedy underbelly, that of terribleness that things people do to get power and maintain it. But I want them to have it just a little bit different, not just the same old, I don't like you, or you did something terrible to me, so I'm going to shoot you in the head and kill you. I would really much rather be like, you did something terrible to me, so I'm going to set you up so that your business gets taken down and you get locked up in jail for the next 35 years. Now do something about it.
I think you're going to get all that you're asking for, because there's two people that they didn't put in the trailer. And then I'll leave this subject alone because I don't want to. I know B. Avery hates spoilers, and I'm about to get somewhat spoilery here. There's two characters they didn't put in there. I showed y'all one of them, 2-Bit. Remember, he still got a beef with Tariq. Tariq owe him something. And then Little Guap has beef with the Tejada family. I can tell you right now, probably with 85% assurity, Little Guap is going to be in Tariq's chess game to be set up for the one to go down for killing Jabari. And there is also a chance that 2-Bit might kick the bucket. And what going to go out? 2-Bit might kick the bucket. And what supporting information do I have? Him and Courtney Kemp ain't dating no more.
Ooh, really?
Oh yeah, that thing's over, my brother.
Man, I hope he locked that contract up beforehand. The reason why I don't want to see 2-Bit gone is because 2-Bit was a really solid right-hand man for Tommy. And I would like, the dude wasn't he wasn't the smartest, but he was, I don't want to say he was smart, but he had really good survival instincts. I'll put it like that.
That's how you put it. He was a survivalist. Yes. If you was going to be in the Survivor Series with WWE, you want 2-Bit on your team for sure.
Right. So I would like to see him survive so he can stick around and maybe reunite with Tommy, because Tommy needs somebody like that. Tommy will do all that work, but you can't do all the work by yourself. And 2-Bit is willing to put in that kind of work.
Gotcha. And one more thing.
Now let me ask you, because I saw a comment. I think it was on one of your videos that you put out earlier in the week. That somewhere that Effie slapped Diana.
Oh yeah, man. Effie either punched. She had blood on her hands. from the same trailer. So she either punched Diana or she punched Braden, one of the two. Because Braden had a bloody face. Nothing was bloody on Diana, but the scene where her hand was bloody, it was when Tariq was pushing them apart in the trailer.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I wonder because, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. Maybe something went down with her and Braden and she punched him, but I feel like Effie actually likes Braden.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
We know that Braden has been feeling Effie forever, and he's been straight up with it. He's like, I like you, girl. I've been liking you, but she likes him, just not in that way. She kind of looks at him as sort of like the goofy, super rich kid who's got everything, and
he in the friend zone. He in the friend zone there. But so I did a rebuttal trailer today to say I don't think that she hit Braden. I think Braden might have just got beat up by somebody else when she had her stash. But good comments, fellas. Good comments. We're gonna move this thing right along. So Larry, I'll give it to you now. Which subject you want to cover next? We got Eternals trailer. They dropped a new one today, but then we also got some new stuff from Hawkeye.
Ooh.
And we got John Gruden and his racist ass, but it's deeper than him. Pick any one you want to go to.
Let's see. Do we get Selma Hayek in the Eternals trailer?
Nope.
Oh, then we can go with Hawkeye.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Hawkeye is about to come out. November going to be a busy month for us folks in this TV game, man. It's going to be busy as hell. Hawkeye comes out. I was not excited. You guys know that I've never been thrilled about Hawkeye as a character, but I am excited because now they're introducing Kate Bishop, and them teaming up with some of the stuff he's going to have to do has got me excited. So here's the trailer.
It's going to be the best Christmas ever. So I took the kids to New York to see a show.
Sounds pretty cool to me.
And then people start trying to kill us.
Actually, it's pretty bad when you think about it.
It's the most wonderful time.
Let me guess, you're gonna need another day.
Or two. Things have gotten complicated. Probably should have bought more guys. Oh, good. You did.
It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time.
We're out of regular arrows.
Oh my god, trick arrows? Your arrows more dangerous than that one?
Marvel's Hawkeye.
It's just some Christmas.
First.
Oh man, that looks fun.
Be
He
Avery.
he looks like he wants to pull a bleach bottle out.
Be Avery, like he about to pull out some bleach, man. Be Avery. Go first, Be Avery. Lord have mercy.
I mean, I'm nervous, man. I'm on the fence. Like I like Hawkeye, and I'm finally happy. I'm finally happy. I am thrilled that he's getting his shine right now. You know.
Okay.
I mean, he's a cool character. I want to see. I was really looking forward to his character after seeing the trailers in Avengers: Age of Ultron, but that movie was just a huge disappointment. But I really want to see what he's gonna do with all these arrows. He wasn't in Infinity War. He came through in the Endgame, but these trailers make me nervous because it just seems so friendly, you know, and it's centered around his family. And I just, you know, you can do that and it can work just as long as there's a threat, you know, just as long as there's a sense of urgency. And I just don't want this to be some happy-go-lucky family time Christmas special like it's Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, that animated cartoon that's going to come out. I hope we're really being misled here. It doesn't look horrible, but, you know, I want to be surprised by this like I was surprised with WandaVision. You know, that was my least anticipated, but it ended up being my favorite. But I don't know, man. I'm nervous. I want it to be like Die Hard. I really do. A PG-13 version of Die Hard, a couple of jokes here and there. But if it's just too friendly and soft, man, you know, that'll be unfortunate.
I'll come to you, Larry, but let me make a comment. So not only do I get Die Hard, but I get Home Alone. And traditionally, Kate Bishop tends to get into this anger thing where she goes a little harder than Hawkeye. And I kind of feel like since they're trying to put together the new Young Avengers, they're gonna let Kate Bishop in this thing go hard. And in the other trailer that they gave us the first time, I seen a lot of Hawkeye going more Ronin than Hawkeye. So be able. I think you're gonna be okay. I think you're gonna be okay.
I'm sorry. Let me say one more thing. Like in the other trailer, it wasn't this one. I know that they're going to center on him going around as like a dark vigilante, killing people doing the snap.
Yes.
So that shows some promise right there. But you know, I just don't want him fighting bad guys. You know, he's like punch, kick. And hold on, son. One moment. I'll be right there. Boom, 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 boom. Dad, where you at? You know, hold on. He's strangling the guy around the corner in his little. I don't want none of that silly stuff like that. You know.
I think you're gonna get it.
You're gonna get a little bit of it.
Getting some of that.
And like the first 3 episodes, you're gonna get that. But then after that, it's gonna be a whole lot of teaching Kate Bishop to be a badass.
I hope so.
Yeah, Big Larry.
This is the one where he becomes Ronin, right?
No. They beyond that. I think with this setup, you're going to get a part of him being Ronin, but more so, it's supposed to be highlighting he's trying to retire. He's trying to get out the game altogether. Then the threat comes directly to his face, and then they introduce Kate Bishop. Some things happen, and I don't want to give away the whole thing, but he's going to go to that dark place, but he's going to reel it back in, and he's going to try to pass the mantle to Kate Bishop. So,
and Larry, to answer your question, they're gonna be doing flashbacks of him as Ronin, like doing the show. So
right, exactly. So what you think, Larry?
I mean, I like it. Like somebody already put the comment up there that said it looks like a Marvel version of Die Hard, and they gave that same vibe with the Christmas theme, with the music that was going. You know, the scenes of him running while people are shooting at him. It's very Die Hard-ish, and I love Die Hard. Is probably one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. So I'm looking forward to that.
What? You one of these people that call Die Hard a Christmas movie? You like Crystal? Die
Hard is definitely a Christmas movie.
God,
no doubt. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be fun. I'll tell you one thing that I'm hoping that I see in this, and I don't know what the timing looks like, but I hope we see somewhere towards the end of the series that Yelena pops up and says, my sister sent me, And
look, I look.
That would be dope.
Look, I'm telling y'all, I like Scarlett Johansson, but I am so ready for her sister to take over that mantle. I fell in love with that girl in that movie. She took
I'm all about the pew 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 pew.
Yeah, man. She was funny. She was brutal. I'm ready for that transition. So I think Big Larry done told y'all he on board for Hawkeye. So those that want more Larry, we're gonna be doing Hawkeye for sure.
The only thing I don't like is that first photo you put up there with the one with the
this one.
I hate that photo because it reminds me of Katniss Everdeen.
Oh,
and don't get me wrong, I love the Hunger Games. In fact, I was watching the Hunger Games last night, but I don't need Hawkeye to be Katniss Everdeen. I don't need him to be the girl on fire.
No, you can forget that, bro. They're not gonna do that with Hawkeye. So, ladies and gentlemen, leave us your comments. We got 75 in the building. Let us get 75 likes. We're moving pretty quick tonight because people got to get some rest and get some work done.
You know what, Lamont, though?
Go ahead.
I have one question, though. Since I brought up Katniss Everdeen and all that, do you think we're going to get Jennifer Lawrence back as one of the X-Men since she was already playing what's her name, right? I can't remember her name now.
I don't think MCU is going to pull it any longer. I think they're not going to get her. Not for that same role, no.
Okay.
I
think she might make a good Phoenix though, or Dr. Good Jean Grey.
I thought about that, and they might bring her. It depends on what age they decide to set the mutants at, and they might be setting them younger, my man. They might be setting them younger. When I say younger, I don't mean young as they were with the Sony's version. I'm talking about maybe like 25 to 30 years of age when they get into the MCU. So I don't look for Jenny Lawrence to be playing the same role she played. Don't look for that.
Some of those people I want to see back, though. I want to see her back. I like the other chick that played that played what's her name? Is it Rogue that touches people and takes their power? What was the woman? She also played in True Blood. I can't think of her name.
She's a phenomenal actress. She is phenomenal. I mean, and she played in another movie where she used a Southern dialect, and she was nailing it out the park. That chick is phenomenal with that. But
I'd love to see her back.
We'll see. Speaking of which, we still got another Marvel movie to talk about. And B. Avery, it's your turn to pick. I'll let you pick a subject. Either you want to go Eternals or you want to go racist. Which one you want to do?
I want to go racist. I want to get the white. I want to talk about this white supremacist.
B. Avery's got that fire in his belly today.
Got the fire in his eyes, man. We about to wake him up, ladies.
Let's talk about this guy. Let's talk about this guy.
Right.
I want to talk Eternals too, but I want to talk about this.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure most of you have heard. I did a video on it. John Gruden, who wasn't working for the NFL, that had friends working for the Washington Redskins. They had an email string passing back
Washington
and forth.
Football team.
At the time they was Redskins.
I know.
And that's part of the problem. That's part of how this investigation got started. It was because of that. And there was workplace issues, and some of it was male misogyny. You had all that in this email. So I'm going to play you his damn stupid ass apology, but I'm going to give you details. So he was going back and forth. He called your boy a fat lip and said he was dumb. Dude was black, said his lip was like the Michelin inner tube, that type deal. He called Roger Goodell a faggot and a pussy that don't know football. Then he was passing around new pictures of the Washington Redskins at the time football team cheerleaders for tryouts. Him, the general manager, and Bruce Allen. Ladies and gentlemen, 650,000 emails was recruited from this thing. And really the investigation is on the football team and not John Gruden. They ousted John Gruden probably to protect everybody else's hind parts. Do you feel me? Because John Gruden wasn't even a member of the NFL. He's just on the string just because he's a popular ass motherfucker. They also had one of the co-owners of Hooters on the same email string, some wealthy dude that owned a fried chicken organization in Tampa. I'm going to let you guys hear his stupid apology. We'll pick it apart, and then we'll talk about the further ramifications of 650,000 emails and how the NFL need to release everybody that's in their email string so we can know exactly what we're dealing with, who racist, who misogynist, and who homophobic.
Game question. Just one question. Can the NFL and the Raiders and the fans be sure that there are not any other racial insensitive remarks by you out there in the atmosphere that could be published by the Washington Journal or any other publication?
All I can say is I'm not a racist. I can't tell you how sick I am. I apologize again to D. Smith, but I feel good about who I am and what I've done my entire life. And I apologize for the insensitive remarks. I had I had no racial intentions with those remarks at all. But yes, they can. I'm not like that at all. But I apologize. I don't want to keep addressing it.
Just my last question: have the NFL contacted you, and what was their response?
I have not had any contacts with them yet, but we'll see what happens here in the next few days.
Well, we know what happened. He resigned probably because he was forced to resign by the owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, who we can't let him escape culpability either, B. Avery, because he sat on this information. The owner of the Raiders sat on this information from Thursday until this Wednesday, knowing this. But here's the problem with this, B. Avery. This is white supremacy, white privilege, all in one big gumbo of soup. Gruden is his friend. So clearly he knows Gruden is like this because these emails were thought to be private. And what my grandma say, when people can't hear you being bad, you usually act bad. And people that'll always tell you the honest truth, a drunk, someone who's angry, and someone who thinks they got the cover of anonymity. B. Avery haven't said those things. I give it to you, my brother. What do you think about Gruden? And should the NFL release all the emails about all the people in the NFL that was tied up in this bull job?
100%, 100%, 100%. I'm trying to get everybody exposed.
Everybody.
I've been boycotting the NFL since the Kaepernick, took a knee to begin with. This is actually my first football season that I've watched the Cowboys consistently since then. So I
let me
was
say
already,
something else, B. Avery.
okay.
John Gruden, this man right here, was a staunch person saying Kaepernick was wrong.
Yeah.
Saying that you need to respect the flag, blah, 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 all that. So go ahead.
Respect these nuts.
Right.
Like I was saying, I was already on the NFL train anyway. And so I don't care if the whole, league is disbanded and broken down. It really don't matter to me. I know a lot of people may, that's like, blood to their ears, but I'm just being honest. And it's the crazy thing is like he like you were saying, that white privilege, just that like I'm white and I say it's so attitude. This is serious offense. In my opinion, here he just trying to be so dismissive about it, talking about, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Right. Okay, you mentioned it, you called me out. Let's move on. Sweep it under the rug. Are you serious? I mean, you have the control over a lot of people's lives right now, and that's just not just gonna just go away like a fart in the wind.
No.
And the fact that you're trying to dismiss it like that just makes it even worse. And on top of that, you even look the part. We all know racism goes far beyond looks, but my goodness gracious, he is a caricature of the term itself.
He looked like Chucky.
Exactly. with his red skin. But yeah, I want everybody exposed. You said it was like 600,000 some emails. I'm pretty sure that everybody attached to that, at the very least, half of them feel exactly the way this dude feels, if not worse. And so I just want everybody to be exposed. Hopefully it will wake more black people up and just be like, you know what, it'll take a long time, but I'm tired of running up and down this field for these white men when it should be this wealth should be going in our hands, yada yada yada. I can keep going on about that, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Like more than half of the league feels this way, and that is either in coaching or ownership. And so I just hope this is they just keep pulling back this scab and exposing this nasty room here. So
Larry, I'm gonna come to you, but let me shout out the super chatters. Will Lawrence 499, he said, "What's up, fellas? What's up, Will?" The homie Cat Harlem. I remember Keyshawn Johnson used to complain about Gruden, which he did. I remember it. And before we heard "shut up and dribble," we was told him to shut up and catch the damn ball. But back in them days, our plight to advance in the media wasn't the way it is today. So he basically had to really just shut up and catch the damn ball. But to me and Larry's point, we made a point about the LGBT community trying to cancel Dave Chappelle. And I'm gonna pivot this to you like this, Larry. They didn't make a huge stink about this. They tried to sweep it under the rug. The first day when the first emails came out about it was just DeMaurice Smith that he was criticizing, calling dumb, and had lips like the Michelin tire. When the other part dropped about the homophobic stuff and the misogyny and sending the pictures of the cheerleader topless, that's when they wanted to call them out and say, this is a problem. Before that, it was like, he said he's sorry with the bum ass apology. We should just move on. So I'm saying this, Larry, to say this. The LGBT community and anyone else who has an oppressed group, your plight is not higher than that of the African-American community. But it feels that way when this behavior continues to go on. Having said that, Larry, the ball's in your court now.
Yeah, I mean, I want to know where they found these emails. Are they right next to Hillary's?
I think there's more stuff in this. There's more damning information in these emails than what we would have ever found in Hillary's emails, Larry.
For sure. The thing that really does make me mad about this is like, it is what you said. It's like when he was talking about black folks, when it came out that he was talking about a black dude, they were like, okay, well, he was just talking about a nigga. That's okay. He was just talking about some nigga. Let's just go ahead, let him go out there, do an apology tour. Maybe he'll have to make a phone call to Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson or whoever else is the Negro du jour, and then we can move on. And then when they came out, and all of a sudden they were like, okay, there's some gay stuff in there, there's some Me Too stuff in there. Okay, we can let them get by with the Negroes, but we can't let them get by with the women and the gay people. That's just too much. Now, see, this is the thing. I think if it had been just the women and they were trying to get him to go, and then it came out that he said something about black dudes, I think they still would let him keep his job. I only think that it came down to it because of the gay people and the women. I think that it's just, I don't know what happened. I mean, it's just like, well, I know exactly what happened. I'm not even pretend like I don't know what happened. It's just like black folks have always been on the bottom of the totem pole, and they just everybody else that has their little social, their little civil rights plight. And I don't want to say it's little, but I'm calling it that way in some respects, especially with some gay folks, because gay folks don't have to come out and announce to the world that they want to be disenfranchised. They could just put on like if you're a woman, you can just go to work as a regular old whatever, and then come home and live your life. You can do the same thing as a man. Black folks don't have those options. And as people have said before, that's why your plight is not the same as ours, because we can't go and hide in the corner. We can't like you may want to be out and proud, but if a mob of people with baseball bats and machine guns come marching down your street talking about we're killing all the gay folks today, you can just simply go ahead and change your clothes and act like a regular old straight person, and you're solid. Somebody comes march down the street talking about they're killing all the black folks. I can't change out of this, you know? And so it just really upsets me when you hear these things and this dude's talking all this crap about black folks. I'm like, that should have been enough. It should not have needed to go on and say, okay, well, now there's naked pictures of cheerleaders from tryouts, and he's calling Roger Goodell homophobic names and all. It should have been enough talking about black folks. There shouldn't have been anything where he said, let me go make an apology. He should have made an apology if he wanted to. But really what should have happened is that, what is it, Al Davis Jr.? You know, that he should have come out and did a press conference and said, I'm apologizing on behalf of the Las Vegas Raiders. We've gone ahead and fired what's his name. He will not be speaking with the Raiders backdrop to give his apology. If he wants to give an apology, he can arrange a press conference somewhere else, but he won't be doing it using any of the Raiders' resources because we don't tolerate that here. That's what should have happened, but it didn't. And I mean, it's hard. It's hard to, because, you know, a lot of people say, oh, we should just boycott this, we should boycott that. And a lot of people wanted the black football players to stop playing when Colin Kaepernick happened. And there's been some people talking about black folks should stop playing now. And I get that. But the reality of it is so much black wealth is generated from the football, from playing football, basketball, all these different forms of entertainment. I know white people are making a lot of money off of it too. They're making a lot of money off of our backs, but there is a lot of black generational wealth being extracted from those white people at the same time. There are people that are going down there and start, like, look at Magic Johnson and people like Shaq, LeBron. They have gone out, and I mean, those are all basketball players, I know, but they have taken their wealth that they have generated from their endorsements and their contracts, and they have expanded on that with huge business ventures and empires, and given black people across this country jobs after job after job, and giving them opportunities that we would have never have gotten elsewhere. It's a double-edged sword to simply say, let's not do that. What I think that we have to do is simply say, we're going to have to start enforcing the fact that we want black folks in positions of leadership in these organizations. We're going to have to get some of those players, get all their hundreds of millions and billions of dollars together and buy a team and buy a second team and make sure there's representation in the room, so that when these emails are going around, or when someone's sitting at a boardroom at some owners meeting, that there's people out there representing us, you know. And until we have that, all we can do is just extract as much money as we can out of them. And since the league is like 70% black folks, maybe one day we can just simply say, you know what, deuces, we're out. We're starting our own league.
75%. And the most important thing that goes on with them, which is why they can't just pull the parachute, is the notoriety they get, the awareness they get to push whatever agendas that they have. That's just as important as the money they're getting. Because at the end of the day, it was never aspiring to play football, basketball, and sports was never something I wanted to do. My aspiration was to be a team owner. And the more we can get black people to get in that mindset, maybe we can move some of these things. But it's pretty bad that the Raiders from the dad, Al Davis, they was one of the pioneering teams on bringing in black coaches, black general manager, female black president of the team, and now the son taking over, making things look very, very hectic. So,
and you know what that is, Lamont, is that Al Davis was a self-made man. He came up and earned what he has. His son grew up rich, and so he has a different mindset. Al Davis wanted to win. He wanted to win, and he didn't care about what the league said. Because if you remember, Al Davis pissed off the NFL for decades with that whole thing, moving back and forth between LA and the Bay Area, and I want a new stadium and all. He pissed all kinds of people. He didn't care. He was like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and also he's like, I'm gonna hire who I want to hire because I want to win. And not every, a lot of people don't think like that. There's still a lot of people out there that are like, I'm not hiring a black quarterback. I don't care if there's somebody better. I mean, if they're better, I don't care if I have to pay more money to get somebody who's just okay or worse. I'm not hiring a black quarterback. There's still a lot of people out there like that in the league, and they need to go.
Yep. Sweet November says, hey, my guys, happy Friday. Drop all them emails, expose everybody because he isn't the only one with them screw. Of course not, Sweet November. Appreciate that super chat. Let me give you something to say thank you. Of course he's not. There's probably only 2 owners who might not share those views, but this is for you in the spirit of sports.
When you just talk about practice, we sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we're talking about practice. Not a game. We're talking about practice. Not a game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that, man?
Appreciate you, Sweet November. This ain't no practice we talking about. We talking about getting the movement going, continuing to build the wealth that you and my African Americans can do so that we can have more of a voice to get things done. And if you guys stick around, I'm going to be showing Larry a technique I've been using that I found out Warren Buffett, Carl Icahn, and some of these top-notch investors have been doing that helps them make some money. I'm going to do that at the very end of this video.
And I just want to make one thing clear before we move on. When I talk about team ownerships for black people, I'm talking about real ownership. I'm talking about majority ownership. I'm not talking about one of these things
25%,
the Serena's, or Venus, the Williams sisters, and give them 1% or something as a minority owner so that they can bring them out and throw them out to the public and say, look, we have black people and they're black females that are part owners of our team. We're not talking about that. I'm not talking about some ceremonial, or ownership, participation.
Symbolism.
About real ownership.
Yeah, real ownership means you have a say in anything that goes on with the team. So Serena and her sister got 15% of the Miami Dolphins. I mean, it's great that they have a percentage, but they really can't do nothing. And they can't sway nothing. So we'll keep pushing it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Larry, last thing we got going before we get to the stock tip is the Eternals trailer. They dropped a trailer called Run. Uh-oh. Well, never mind. I made a mistake and I deleted it. Okay.
He was sticking around for it.
So, Kato, Bimo love me. So anyway, let's just talk about what we've seen from the trailer. And I'll just say this. I'm highly excited for the movie. And I'll start with you, B. Avery. Tell me about how you're feeling about Eternals and where's your excitement at for the movie?
I'm through the roof about it because I think this is going to change the whole MCU. Right. I think that this is possibly one of the most important movies in the MCU that they're going to be dropping. I'm really confident that it's going to be great, maybe Oscar worthy, because word on the street is that Kevin Feige and everybody at Marvel have been raving and, saying that this is going to, this is the best movie they've ever made. And so when you have the reigning defending champion of the Oscar with Nomadland, director Chloe Zhao, I think it'll be pretty good because I did like that movie, but I don't think it should have won Best Picture, but it was still good. Now, and now also, in our little group, man, I was kind of also excited about how this is shot with IMAX cameras, the 4K digital intermediate that they're going to be releasing as well. And so I'm really excited about the IMAX. And we know this is where X-Men is going to come from, and the Inhumans and humans itself. And, it's going to be leaning into that. So I'm just really excited. However, you got your boy up there, the black dude. I think it's Fastos, Brian Tyree Henry.
Mhm.
You know, I'm just really interested in seeing what they're gonna do with his character, because apparently he's the first like openly either gay or queer character in the MCU.
Mhm.
That's and this is an Eternal here, and they control how life was created on the planet. So I'm really kind of curious where they're going to go there. And this is the first time that in the description for the MPAA rating after like 24, 25 films that, you know, there was like there's sexual imagery or something sexual like in the rating. That's never happened before.
I just hope it's Angelina Jolie.
Huh?
Or Selma Hayek.
So what now?
I just hope it's Angelina Jolie or Selma Hayek. I don't want to see anything else.
That would be nice. That would be nice. So I'm just really interested in seeing, you know, after, you know, they've shown characters kiss and hug a little bit in all the previous MCU films, but they've never got some sexually descriptive label to it. But this one does. So I'm really curious in seeing, you know, what that's about and why.
Okay. Larry, how you feeling about it? I'm actually excited for it too, because, you know, Larry, for me, the way they're setting this team up, this is going to be kind of like, they're not the Avengers, so don't get me wrong. I'm just using it as a comparison. This is the new Avengers. This is going to be the new kickoff or the new brand that's going to be paralleling with the Avengers. They come from basically the Celestials. That's kind of how they get their powers and all that. And they're going to be duking it out with them. They're going to have interactions with this. Larry, just speak on it, my brother, because this is, by the way, I got the trailer, Larry. So before you speak, let's watch the trailer.
All right.
Just giving you a little display of some of the powers you can see, Larry. Go ahead and speak on it, big homie.
Yeah, it looked cool. I'll be honest with you. I've seen other trailers for it that had me more excited than that one. You know, but it looks cool. I think the other trailers just had me a little bit more pumped up than that one. That one was like, yeah, it was cool. But
I think you just pumped up for Salma Hayek and Angelina Jolie, which, ladies and gentlemen, don't get me wrong. I'm pumped up for Angelina Jolie too. but I'm a geek at heart, so I'm pumped up for how they're going to interact this into the grand story that goes back to the source material. But Larry, take it away.
I'll tell you one thing I'm worried about. I hope that what's the Indian dude's name?
Kujima, I forgot.
Yeah, I can't ever pronounce it, so I often forget it because I can't say it right. But I keep seeing stuff in the media lately with him talking about, it was him and somebody else talking about it. He has body dysmorphia now or something after his training for the Eternals, and I just hope it doesn't turn in. I hope that we don't end up seeing him in the next movie all super skinny or something, back to his old ways, and they make a big political stink out of it. It always seems like something creeps in from the outside world into the movies, and I'm like, I just want to see the movies be good, you know. So it looks like it's going to be fun, though. I'll tell you what, I love Angelina Jolie, I love Selma Hayek, but I'm really putting my hopes on Chloe Zhao. I think she's going to be the one that makes this movie incredible. So. All their performances may be fantastic, but I think she's going to be the one that pulls all these pieces together and makes it great. If it's going to be great, I think, and unfortunately, it also means if it's not great, she's going to take all that blame too, because she's going to have a fantastic cast. And if it's not fantastic, people are going to say, well, maybe she should stick to her sort of no man land sort of movies, and we'll have to start giving the Marvel movies, the superhero movies, to other people who can handle that genre. So I hope she does well with it, because I think a great director can direct a great movie regardless of the genre. So we'll see.
I'm here to tell you, Larry and B. Avery, at the very least, this movie is going to be a 7. At the very least, it's not going to be lower than a 7. I'm telling you.
You think so, huh?
I agree.
100%. Because Larry, I know some of the source material, and a lot of the source material, they're sticking right with it. And just that alone is enough to get the movie up to a 6. But then you add in the actors, you add in the cinematography, and all the things B. Avery mentioned when he spoke about what they're doing with the cameras, the visualization, the way it's going to feel in the movie. Larry, this thing is going to be great. And
see, this is the thing. I'm not super familiar with the Eternal source material, and I thought about actually going and reading those comics before, and I decided against it because I have found at times when I'm too familiar with the source material, everything else is a disappointment.
Yeah, I would tell people not to do. I tell a lot of people to do exactly what you said. See, as a nerd, I'm fine with them bending it a little bit if they are grounded in the source material. Back in the day, they would give you whole superhero movies that had nothing to do with the source material and expect you to like it.
It's like they just created something else out of their minds. It's like they said, you know what? We're just going to take the characters and that's it.
Yeah, like what the... So a lot of people aren't familiar with the Eternals either, Larry. So, but there is one iconic shot from the comics that a lot of people might know. A lot of people are familiar with this iconic shot, and they for some reason thought it was Adam Warlock. It's not Adam Warlock. It's Icarus, who is in the Eternals movie. And this was one of the most iconic comics where everybody had to fight everybody, and Homeboy powered up. His eye beams went through the roof. I think you're in the chat group when I asked E-Man whose eye beam is more powerful, Superman, this guy right here, Icarus, or Cyclops. And E-Man, without any question, said Icarus has the most powerful eye beam, not any question. And I'm sure that he's basing that on what happened in this storyline. So
I want to ask you guys a question. So who, and this is a little off topic, but who's going to be more powerful? Someone like Rogue, who can just walk up and snatch people's powers left and right, or Doctor Strange, who absorbs all those powers?
Doctor Strange.
Now, what happens if Rogue absorbs everybody's powers, including Doctor Strange's powers, and then Doctor Strange absorbs Rogue with his own powers in there? Does he double up his own powers?
Well, see, the thing with Doctor Strange is she might can absorb his metaphysical, but she might can absorb his physical, but she can't absorb his metaphysical. She can't absorb that. And even if she did, she's not going to know all the spells he knows from his head. So some of the stuff he does, he's got a rote memory where he casts some of these spells. She's not going to know that part.
See, she will lose control anyway. If she absorbs too much, she's gonna freak out and pass out. And
the powers overtake her when she sucks you down too much.
Okay. So when I was looking at that scene with Icarus, I was thinking to myself, like, if Doctor Strange was like, I don't feel like fighting you, I'll just absorb your powers. I'll be like, just suck them in. Dude, done. No more fight. I can go and have lunch now. You know?
Oh, goodness. This guy. Now, see, we do got some people in the comments, Larry, that do know about Icarus. My man D Steele says Icarus is OP. Overpowered is what he's trying to say.
Right.
I think Marvel's going to water him down a little bit because D Steele's, when he hit that animal with the eye beam, the animal should have been done if they was going straight by the source material, because it ain't too many things that can withstand Icarus's eye beam. Not too many. It's a few.
Well, it is an Eternal though.
He is an Eternal. I mean, but
still, I mean a deviant.
Deviant, which is an Eternal, just a bad one. But
Lamont, let me ask you this then: since he's so OP, Icarus or Captain Marvel, MCU Captain Marvel, who wins?
Captain Marvel.
Oh, okay.
She can absorb his power.
Okay.
She can absorb his power, and I even hit people with the question of who was I asking y'all? The Phoenix versus who did I ask y'all in the chat that day? Because it was somebody that was like,
It's probably me. The Phoenix versus Wanda.
Yes. No. She would
be scary.
No, you told me Phoenix time 100. You know, I remember.
Phoenix would destroy Wanda. It was somebody else. When I figure it out, I'll get back to it. I'll get back to it in a minute. But Larry, this section is for you, my brother. This section is for Larry. It's for everybody, really. But Larry in particular, we got to talk about what happened in the stock market this week. This is going to be our last segment, then we're going to get out of here. We got 101. Can we get 101 likes, please? This is the most important part of the video because I'm about to show y'all how you can maximize your gains in the stock market using a proven strategy that others have already done. And I'm going to take you guys and let you see my Robinhood account and show you exactly how to make these moves. So this week has been a great week for crypto. I know Larry has been a little leery on crypto. And I, at one point in time, told Larry, I'm all in. I got a whole coin way back around my birthday in May. Well, Larry, you know what happened to cryptocurrency? Bitcoin today?
I saw it. Went over where you said. You said it was going to hit 60,000, and it did.
When you going to listen to your boy? I told you.
One of these days, I'm going to listen.
I told
one
you.
Of them.
So if you don't listen to nothing else I tell you, listen to this. So there's an investing strategy called the LEAP, which is short for an acronym. Basically, just says you buy a long-term call that extends at least a year or more out. And the reason why people do this, Larry, is because if you pick the stock at a certain delta, it has intrinsic value. Remember, a stock has extrinsic value and intrinsic value. And so basically what you would do, and I'm going to give you an example. Let's just say Carnival Cruise is one that I'm real bit bullish on doing this strategy with.
Okay. All
right. So you got Carnival Cruise. And right now they are sitting at, let's see, their 52-week high is $31. They've been as low as 12, which, I mean, that's kind of decent. You can move with that. But if you really want to maximize your return on this particular stock, you would buy a call and you take this call as far out as you can, at least a year. So at the very least, you're taking it out the next January. But if you can afford to do January 24th, you do that. So you would click that. The share price right now is $23.75, correct? So you're going to click in here. You're going to look for your Greeks and you look for delta that's 88 or higher. Now, let me explain to you what that means. So when you get a delta that's 88 or higher, when you get a delta anyway, that number just represents for as much as the share goes up, and every time the stock goes up $1, that delta goes up with it. So when this stock goes to $24.75, you've already accrued whatever that delta is if you buy a call. Make sense?
Okay. So
what you do is you go down here to this one, right? You can go to 89 or you can go to, let's see here, 15 would have, no, I wouldn't go. I would just stick to 89. You go ahead and you would click on this one and you would buy this call that's going to cost you $1,000 for one contract of this stock, which is 100 shares. Okay. So now think about it like this. If you was to buy this thing outright at $23.75, which is the cost of it today, it will cost you $2,000, right?
Right. $2,300. Yeah.
$2,300. Why do that when you can control 100 shares of this stock? You can do everything you want to do with that 100 share contract, and you only paying $1,200. You already got intrinsic value of almost $1. That's what that delta represents. So every time the stock moves up, you're going to get that dollar plus this 89 cents of intrinsic value. And Larry, that's what Carl Icahn, that's what Warren Buffett and all these dudes have been doing for years, buying leaps. This is a great strategy that I would implore you to use on things that are undervalued or have the hyper growth potential. Buy leaps and make your money, my brother Larry. You got any questions?
Yeah, let's check out Ford. Let's see what they look like.
Ford is another good one. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to do this strat. Well, if you remember, Larry, you remember I bought Ford for a year contract earlier this year and made $2,000 and got out because I got the contract when it was $7. Now Ford is up to 15. Let's go in here and take a look. You're going to buy a call and we're going to extend this sucker out. I'm going to go 24. You can get into this Ford, Larry, and let me go down here and get a good delta. 89. You can get this Ford for $800. 100 shares, Larry. Instead of paying $1,500, $800, you can control Ford until 2024, and you know that they're going to be done release their truck by then. They already got this new technology with the battery coming out. They're supposed to announce in March. And you don't have to hold this contract. Once this contract is making you money, you can get out whenever you want to and just take the profit. Yeah, man.
All right.
So it's basically when you buy it this deep in the money and your delta is 89, or it's basically like you got a savings account that's accruing for you. That's the strategy behind this whole thing. So next time you got a stock you really, really like, and you know it's going to do something, just go in here, use the leap method, Larry, and you're going to make some money. Let me show you the leaps I got, then we'll get you fellas out of here. So
check two more for me right quick.
What you got?
There's one that I liked a long time ago that you poo-pooed on me, but I'm still thinking about it, and that's Levi's.
I done seen a lot of black YouTubers talking about Levi. Let's see what Levi.
Oh man, my light died on me.
Oh yeah, because it's Levi.
Hold on. Let me get this going again.
You see how this work be, Avery? He started talking that bull job. and somebody turned out the lights on him.
Oh man.
But anyway, let's see what Levi would look like if you wanted to buy this thing and you wanted to hold it, control 100 shares till it ain't that bad, Larry. I mean, let me see here. Yeah, you can get it for $1,000. You got 100 shares, and you're not even having to pay the $2,400. And you might, Larry, you honestly probably could hold this probably till January and get out and make $1,000. I mean, you can't beat that because that's how these leaps work. Especially Levi was having a red day today. It's always good to get it when it's a red day because the minute it goes up, you've already made your money plus you're getting a little extra. So I would say if you're going to do this, do it in the leap strategy so that you can ensure you get returns on your money quicker.
Right.
What else you got?
Twink, I think it is. It's TWNK, I believe it is.
TWNK.
Yeah.
Oh my God, got these. My man eating these Hostess snacks. What? Hostess snacks and Levi's, huh? Let's see what they got in expiration. They go out to 24/2. You buy a call, and they're not that expensive either, Larry. You can get down here. Oh man, you ain't even got to go that low. 93. You ain't got to go that low. So you can get this one and get 84 cents return on your money every time it goes up $1. It's only going to cost you $600. If you was to buy 100 shares right now, it costs you $1,819. So you can get control of it for $600. You can't beat this strategy, Larry. This is what the big boys is doing, my man. I sat around and I ain't talked much about it because I wanted to see how it would work doing it on my own for a couple of weeks. And Larry, it worked. So I'm gonna scroll down here and show you where's my options. I've got Hims, I've got Loves, which is Southwest Airline. I got SoFi, the online brokerage, and then I got TRA 24, 24, 24, and 23.
Okay.
And I'm holding. So, like for example, SoFi. I'm up $48 right now, and I just got this thing Monday. Can't beat it, Larry. You can't beat it. Can't beat it.
You just got that on Monday?
I just got it Monday.
Let me see how much you're up again.
$48.
48. Okay.
See, my total return is $48. I'm 6% in the good already. The stock market only averages 8% a year.
So that's if you want to, I mean, you can sell at any point. So let's say it just went up $200. You could just say, you know what, that's enough. I'm out.
I'm out. Yeah. You see where it says sell to close?
Well, right.
Click review. And you would update this based on what the market is doing that day. So they always go up to they're never going to let you do it on 38 cents. You're either going to go 35 or 740. You just click update, review, and then you out. Goodbye.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, man. And my people, I want y'all to get up in on this wealth because the wealth is definitely out there if you guys want to make it. Good strategy, the leap strategy. Oh, man, here we go. We got another super chat. Lamont, Larry, and Avery, 3 the hard way of social media. Great work, guys. I appreciate you, my friend, first. And let me give you a video. Let me give you something that'll make you laugh a little bit tonight.
Don't you like popsicles?
What?
I said, don't you like popsicles?
What?
I said, don't you like popsicles?
Yeah. For what? Yeah! Hawkeye!
I appreciate that, big friend. First, having said that, fellas, we out of here, man. I want you people definitely to go and check my video out I'm doing. I did a full dedicated video on my other channel on the leap, on selling puts, and all the strategies I'm doing. As you saw in my account today, I've had a great week. My stuff went up $17,000. I'm as happy as a cat in a cheese house. You hear me? B. Avery, what you got going on in your channel for the people to look forward to in the next couple of days?
I got a Dune review. I'm gonna be releasing The Last Duel. I'm gonna be releasing. I got all
when does that come out?
Next Friday.
Okay.
Next Friday. I got it recorded. I just got to edit it. I still haven't seen Bond yet. But I'm gonna try to get a review for that as well. I'm in the middle of Squid Games. I got a few more episodes to go. I'm loving that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
It's like that.
Oh, yeah. watch it now. As soon as we end, start it immediately.
So let me ask you, B, are you watching the dubbed version or the subtitled version?
I'm watching the dub version, but I think I'm gonna switch to sub because the dub is pretty bad. The dub it's just too goofy, and I can tell you're missing out on some good performances. But get on that immediately.
Okay.
I got some more trailer reactions. My show is going to be on Sunday. I don't know if I'm gonna try the new platform yet. I still got some stuff. There's a feature that is so perfect for you, Larry. I cannot wait to show it to y'all. We're gonna get hopefully we get a good laugh out of that. hopefully we're gonna get a good laugh out of that. If not this Sunday, definitely next Sunday I'm gonna be using that new feature so I can be doing my 4K stuff. And then tomorrow I'm gonna just be covering like as much of the DC fandom as possible, since that's they're gonna be dropping a lot of trailers and stuff. Like the new Batman trailer gonna drop tomorrow, and a bunch of stuff. So I'm just gonna be covering that. So
okay, cool.
I'm sure I missed it with you guys talking about it, but do you guys have any feelings about the new Superman son being gay, or the way they brought it out, or anything?
I mean, I'm sure the gay community is happy.
Yeah,
I'm not tripping on it, but
this is what I gotta say about it. It doesn't bother me, but at the same time, I just need the LGBTQ community to be linear in their hypocrisy, because it made so many people upset that didn't understand the backstory. People was ready to cancel it. You know what I'm saying? And them same people that was trying to cancel Dave Chappelle didn't want to hear nobody trying to cancel a Superman's son being gay. It went as far as we had Republican senators talking about, why are they making Superman gay? When every white guy loves Superman, they don't understand it was his son they're making gay, and they're making Robin trans. They didn't get that. So I don't have a problem with it. Do what you want to do. If I don't want to see it, I ain't got to watch it. But at the same time, my issue is LGBT community. As much as I have said I support you, because it's nobody's business what you want to do with your body, with whatever. Be linear in this whole cancel culture shit, because y'all was up here about to break your neck, upset that people wanted to cancel this Superman, when the week before that, y'all was trying to get rid of Dave Chappelle in a manner that didn't merit him being canceled. There was nothing that he did that would merit him being canceled. So just be linear in your hypocrisy here. That's all I'm gonna say. What'd you think, Larry?
Yeah, well, I admit when I first heard it, they kept saying Superman's gay, they're making Superman gay. And I was like, my first response was, why? There's so many other opportunities out there to have a gay superhero. Why make Superman gay? Because when they were reporting on it, they didn't say that it was Superman's son. Mm-hmm. Like, I thought they were making Kal-El gay. I was like, come on, man. I was like, then it was just sort of like the whole thing when they were talking about a black Superman. They didn't come out and say that it was going to be like Calvin Ellis or something. Like, they just came out and said they're going to make Superman black. And I get it. You can't make certain characters that are beloved and part of a particular culture. You can't just switch them up all of a sudden and expect everybody to be okay with it. Just like black folks are not okay with these white folks running around with these white Cleopatras and these white Jesuses and these white, all the other sorts of characters. Those folks were black and they should remain black. I mean, could you imagine if they tried to make, they said, well, Ralph Fiennes, you did such a good job with Michael Jackson. Why don't you play T'Challa when we recast him? Could you imagine how upset people would be? I mean, but if there's a white dude within the Wakanda world and they decide to cast a white dude in one of the movies, okay.
T'Challa had a brother that was white, the White Wolf. It's just that they didn't go through and flesh out the backstory. They kind of tried to make Bucky the quote unquote White Wolf, but the story is deeper than Bucky being the White Wolf.
Right.
Yeah, but
I'm actually in the process of watching. Of reading all of the old Jungle Action Black Panther comics right now. So,
oh wow, okay,
it's a lot of fun.
I was about to say you're going to enjoy it. My wife put that up in my bathroom. So the bathroom, whenever I get kicked out of the room by her or Elle, I said, I'm fine coming down here. You got Wakanda Forever all in the bathroom, sitting here all day in the man cave. It's like that. But Larry, what you got going on in your channel? We out of here, my man.
I'm going to be I have a lot of microphone reviews. So I'm going to be doing a lot of microphone reviews coming up in the next couple of weeks. I have a lot of stuff. Sarah Monic was wonderful and sent me a bunch of microphones, and not even just did they send me a lot of great microphones. They sent me 2 of everything they sent me. So I'm going to be doing some giveaways of some really nice premium microphones, and I'm looking forward to sharing that wealth with people. So, wow. Also Monday, Apple is having their keynote address where they're going to hopefully announce their new MacBook Pros, both the 14 and 16 inch. And probably some new AirPods, maybe an iPad or something. So I'm going to be watching that, checking it out. I'll probably get I will be getting a new MacBook Pro coming very, very soon. If they announce it on Monday, I'll be getting one of the new ones. If they don't announce it, then I'll be getting one of the old ones. But either way, people will be getting some MacBook reviews coming up soon. So, yeah.
Hey, man.
And plus, since I'm at the ranch, I'm going to probably do some shooting around here and just, kind of show people what it looks like and just do a little old school vlogging.
Hey, I can tell you right now, if you have to get the M1 chip that me and B. Avery got, you can't go wrong. This thing is amazing. It is an amazing piece of equipment. We look forward to that, Larry. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us. We're out of here. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Me and my wife will be doing Curb Your Enthusiasm as a team, and we will be doing Hightown as a team. So those
that comes out this weekend, right?
Yeah, man. Those of you that keep begging for the wife, well, y'all have got her back out here. We're going to have someone sitting here with the baby so we can actually get in here and do the review. She's ready to do it. She's excited.
Now, wait, is she going to go live or is she going to do the recorded joints?
No, we're going live.
All right.
Yeah, we're going live, man. She
now
loves
that was my show. Am I going to be on there with her?
No, you're not going to be up there with her.
Okay.
No. She done took your spot, man. You got Hawkeye. You got what's the other one we supposed to be doing? It's another one of those type of shows like that. No, it's not Power. We had something else comes out around that time, Larry. We said we was going to do. It's not Billions because Billions. Well, I got it on my list over here. I'll let you know, but we're gonna be doing Hawkeye for sure. That's the next one we're gonna hook up on for sure.
Now, quick thing before we go, did you see the season finale of Heels?
Man, no, and everybody's talking about how great it was.
It was, man. Just watch it. It's good. It is good.
I'm gonna watch it, and we might have to just do a late review of it because it ain't a lot of reviews up here for it, so we might have to do a late review of it. So I'm gonna try to squeeze that in this weekend. So. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. Be safe, mask up, and we'll see you Sunday.
Peace.
Peace.